Hey guys, John DeVivo here. I want to share with you something I've been working on here lately, and that's cooking over wood fire. Now, I didn't invent this. This has been going on for a really long time now. And I have some experience cooking with wood and wood fire pizzas, but not necessarily meat. So I tried this last night. I did not get the fire intense enough to get the color on the meat that I want to get. So I want to try it again tonight and show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing here. So I watched this show on the Chef's Table. This is a show on Netflix, and if you haven't seen it, it's an amazing show. But it had this one chef on there. His name was Lennox Hasty, and he talks about how he cooks everything over fire in the intense heat, and the fire being his paintbrush. And I was super inspired by this guy, so I've been trying to kind of recreate what he does a little bit. And let me see if I can't turn this camera around and show you what I got. All right, so here's what we got here. This is what the fire looks like. This is not my setup. It's not my house, but it's a little different. So when I do get home, I'll have a little different setup. But this is what we're looking at. We've got pretty good fire going. We got those embers down there in the bottom that are starting to get hot, and it's keeping this fire going. So here's what sets us apart. So we're cooking with wood versus either charcoal or even gas. And what this is going to do is achieve hopefully like a smoky oak flavor on the meat. Now it's important that it gets really hot, because if it doesn't get hot enough, the meat's going to kind of cook and you're not going to have any color on it, and no caramelization on the outside of the meat. It eats kind of like liver-ish. So we want to make sure we get good caramelization, so that's good flavor for the meat. And so this fire is almost ready here, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute. All right, guys, here we are. Here's what this looks like here. We've got some good fire going, and I think that we're about ready. Now, when I put this meat on here, just know I got this meat from where we are. It's not butcher cut meat, so don't judge me based on that. But this guy that I'm telling you about is a chef. He ages meat at a rate that's extraordinary. So most people age their meat 30 days. Some of the extreme people age their meat for, maybe 90 days. This guy goes 200 days on his meat. And so you have this extraordinary meat when you're done. Now you can see here, got a little sizzle, a little smoke. Let's see if I can see what that looks like underneath there. And we might have to move this meat around a little bit, because we don't want a large amount of soot from the flame, but we do want to be able to get that smoky oak flavor. So I don't want to bore you here watching meat cook, but I'll get back with you here in just a second. All right, now that we're just about done here, you can see that these chops here that are definitely not Z-bar chops, if you're listening there, Steven. But for this demonstration, I think they did okay. Nothing but salt and pepper on these guys. And you see the color on the outside? That's what I'm talking about. So this caramelization here is going to offer a lot of flavor on this meat, but you got to be careful that you don't overcook it. Moved them around a lot. I put some burgers on the grill for the kids, and that's what those are. But color on these pork chops, this is what's really important on all the meat that you cook. So I'll post here in a minute about what they taste like.